is a recovering brand polar-aholic, right? And that's what happens to many of us. We're not getting the money that we want. We're not getting the clients that we want. And then we start questioning ourselves. Did God tell me to do this? Am I doing the right thing? Because now your husband is looking at you. Now you know they didn't bring you no money. You doing all these free consultations? You speaking at all these places for free? Anybody hearing any of that? Right? One thing someone to give me a high five on that. One thing I tell my clients is that men see dollar signs. They don't see potential. It's a potential client. It's a prospect. I have to cultivate the relationship. They don't see any of that. Are you bringing in money that's adding to this bottom line? Right? So you have to make sure that you get clear on who you want to attract. And once you get clear about that, then you're going to start attracting them. Once I said, you know what, from a personal branding side, I work with women entrepreneurs that are married or not, that have school-aged children, that are trying to figure out how in the world to maintain a peaceful house, take care of themselves, and build a business at the same time. So is that clear? So that lets you know if you're a woman that has this crazy man at home looking at you to build this business, and you're like, I just started, can I have 6 months? Give me 90 days, something. Then that's who I want to work with, right? But oftentimes we're so afraid of niching because we feel that we're going to leave somebody out. What I always say is focusing on too many people to work with is like dating several people at a time, right? Somebody going to feel left out. Somebody you're not going to say the right stuff to, right? So with your branding, you have to make sure that you're clear on who that audience is, and then you have to make sure that you're crystal clear with your message. Because once you do that, your imaging is going to line up with that, your positioning is going to line up with that, and your strategy is going to line up with that. So no more bipolar people with our branding, okay? So that's you for unique branding. I is integrated marketing and sales. They have to work together. So everybody that says, I don't want to sell, well, you don't want to be in business and you don't want to be an entrepreneur. I'm not a salesperson, I'm behind the scenes. Well, honey, you're not going to have money and you're going to be out of business. So that is a myth. If you are a small business owner, you are going to have to sell. I know y'all don't think it, but I'm just like everybody else. I'm an introvert. An introvert. I come out here and I play with y'all and I go right back home and go in my she cave, right? So the reason why I put Felicia in our partner is because she's an energizer bunny. I tell her, I said, I don't care how tired you are, all I do is turn you on. She's like, hi, I'm Felicia Phillips, I'm Mobile Code, and I built the empire. She is an extrovert, right? But what she has taught me is, Renee, I understand that you want to be behind the scenes in operations and administration, but nobody is going to sell your business like you sell it, right? So your integrated marketing sales, it has to be cohesive and it has to work as one. And one thing that you have to focus on, I don't like selling either. So what you do is you don't sell. You create a relationship, you add value, you're crystal clear about what you do, and you offer an opportunity. Here we go. See, I did do the slides. Do y'all see this? Okay, thank you. What you do is you create that relationship with them. You're going to offer them value, then you give them an opportunity and you say, hey, if what I said or what my knowledge and my skill set is resonates with you, I'm going to give you the opportunity to work with me. If you decide to do that, great. If you decide not to, maybe at a later date. And just like Audrey was saying, when you have that content and when you're feeding them and you're giving them value and you're giving them information, it may not be the right time to get a sale. But you keep doing it. You keep doing it. You're in their face. They get to know you. They like you and they trust you. And when they do and they're ready to buy, who do you think they're going to call? You. Right? So there are 3 things that you want to look at too with your integrated marketing and sales. How you attract people, how you sell, and how you deliver. And the reason why we did the B and the U first, the business strategy and the unique branding, is because that has to be in place before you try to attract a customer. Most of us, we just ready to go out there. Hello world, I am T. Renee Smith. I really don't know what I sell. I don't know what my message is, but I want you to buy from me, okay? It does not work like that, okay? So when you're attracting clients, if your message is clear, if your branding is clear, they're gonna automatically attract you, right? So when Audrey was talking and she was going over specifically branding, if you need branding, what you gonna do? Get your little self right on up there, go out there and talk to her and get her book, right? Did she offer you anything? Did she sell you anything? No, she attracted you. But best believe when you get in her funnel and you start going through her copy, it's gonna be a sale in some way, right? And that's smart, right? So most of us are going for the hard sale, but we have to go with the relationship building sale. If you want to have customers 6 months from now, you need to start making connections today, right? So instead of just sitting here drinking your coffee, your orange juice, and your chips laughing, you need to be making relationships so some of these people can be your clients in 6 months, right? Most of us are like, today is what, November 3rd? I need clients by November 4th. So I need you to work with me. Now, what's that gonna be? 50% down? We're gonna put it on your credit card? What we doing? So people can feel that energy from you, right? So if you have the right message, they're gonna be attracted to you. After you attract them, now you have to sell them. Sell them means you have to have the right product. So now you done got me all excited and I'm interested in you, and then I come to you and you don't offer what I need, right? So you have to make sure that you have the right product at the right pricing. And that's part of your branding, because you can be overpriced or you can be underpriced. Have you all seen people that they talk about all the experience and everything that they have and they're like, it's gonna be $19.99. Right, that value has tanked, right? So if you're all knowledgeable and you have all these years of experience, your pricing needs to match that. Now on the other end, if you just started your business 2 days ago, you don't have any experience, you don't need to try and charge people $25,000. You got online, got excited because you saw somebody else doing it and you thought you could do it. You better stop it. You better stop it. I'm mad at y'all. So you have to make sure that your experience and your brand matches your pricing, right? Look, Publix and Walmart, right? And it's all about your customer experience. So clients that are gonna go to Publix, I don't care how much you try to sell them on Walmart, they're not coming to Walmart. And those that go to Walmart, I don't care how much you sell them, they're not going to Publix. So you just have to understand, are you Publix or are you Walmart? And you need to just be okay with it. But be authentic now. Stop being bipolar with your brand. You really Walmart, but you trying to be Publix. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? So when you market and sell, you have to have the right product. Okay? And then when you have the product, you have to be able to deliver. Oftentimes what happens is when you get the message right and your branding right, you're going to have clients that are going to be coming to you and you're going to get overwhelmed and you're not going to be able to service them all. Because you're just going to be working, nothing. Working, nothing. Working, something. Working, blow up. Right? And so when you get to that blow up stage, that's when you have to make sure that you're delivering. That's when you're going to have to bring on strategic partners. And so you have to start early cultivating those relationships. So when you do get to the point where you aren't able to service, that you will have somebody and it's a seamless process, right? So I is integrated marketing and sales. You have to make sure that you attract by having the right message. You have to make sure that you have the right product. And then you have to make sure that you deliver. Leverage systems. A solopreneur and an entrepreneur is the business. A small business owner owns and runs the business. There's a difference. If you're a solopreneur or an entrepreneur, this is just my terminology for it, the business revolves around you. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you want to take a day off, nothing gets done. If you need to leave early, it shuts down, right? So if you're really looking to scale and grow a business, whether this is a hobby or whether you're doing a business and you want to go to the next level, you have to create systems. I used to often say, I wish I could clone myself. I'm a clone a wife for my husband. I'm a clone a mother for my children and clone a business person, right? Because after a long day of work, my husband looks at me, give me that little look, he ready for the marriage ministry. He ready for the marriage ministry. Now, how many of y'all know if I didn't pour it out to y'all all day, I don't feel like pouring out no more. And I had little AJ, mommy, I'm hungry, what we gonna eat? Right? So you have to have systems in place, not just for your business, but you have to have systems in place for your life, right? It's a smooth running machine. Like when we saw Michelle Obama, we're like, oh my God, she just does it all. She is just great and wonderful. And Michelle was like, no, hold on, don't get it twisted. I have a team. I have systems in place, right? So in order to grow that empire, right? In order to expand as a mogul, not stay a mini mogul, but be like a full-grown woman mogul, you have to have systems in place. And system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. Hello? Now, I didn't come up with that, so don't credit that to me, but go ahead and take that for yourself. Save yourself time, energy, and money. What a system is, you have a documented process of the way that you do everything. The way you do marketing, the way you do prospecting, the way that you service your clients, the way that you do your accounting, the way that you hire people, your expectation levels that you have for strategic partners that you work with. Everything is documented and you do it the same way every time. And the reason why you do that is so that you can figure out what's not working, so that you can change it. And then if you find something that's working, then you continue doing it. So a lot of times we start doing something and we start getting results, and then we switch and go do something else. Oh, I'm tired of working with these kind of clients. I'm tired of doing. Is it working? Are you making money? Is it a proven system in place? Once you get that, then you'll be able to grow. So some key systems that you need to make sure that you have is, when we talked about the sales, a lot of us have so much money in our phone, right? We meet people, we get business cards, let me text you, let me call you, and you never follow up with anybody. Don't follow with it. It's money sitting right there on the table. I was working with one of my clients, and she had like 7 proposals to get out. And she was like, well, I'm gonna work on my marketing. Well, wait a minute. Did you say you have 7 proposals to get out? I said, what's the likelihood of them closing? She said, probably about 80 to 90%, right? So what do you think you should have been doing? Working on those proposals, right? So a lot of times you have money right within your own network, but you have no system in place. So you should have a system. When I go to MobileCon, I'm going to get business cards, I'm going to scan them in, I'm going to immediately send them a follow-up. 2 days later, I'm going to call them. 5 days later, if I haven't gotten to them, I'll send another email. You have a system. So now anybody that you bring in, you have a system, and they're doing exactly the same thing, right? Make sense? Same thing with your marketing. It has to be consistent. If we wake up one day and want to do a Facebook Live, we're going to do it. If we wake up and we tired, then we're not going to do it. So just as funny as we are about doing that, that's just as funny as your money going to be, right? Okay? So be funny with your marketing if you want to and see what happens. So you have to consistently say, okay, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to reach out to my connections via social media. On Tuesday, I'm going to attend a networking event. And on Thursday, I'm going to do follow-up calls. Whatever your system is, you just need to make sure that you have it in place. Same thing with accounting. I had another client, she had like over $20,000 past due. What? Because she didn't have an invoicing system. She did not invoice her clients. Who does that? Right? So even with your accounting, you have to set up, okay, on the first of the month, I'm going to pay bills. On the 5th of the month, I'm going to do invoicing. Whatever the case is, when you have that system in place, that's how you're building your empire, okay? So creating systems is very simple. You sit down and you look at all the tasks that you're doing, right? Anything that recurs over and over and over again. And you decide, do I need to systemize it? Do I need to automate it? Or do I need to delegate it? Right? You don't have to do everything. You don't have to be everything to everybody. But most times we are, because there's no system in place. So when something comes up, we're figuring it out on the fly. Right? Y'all know y'all been on phones with a client and you've been talking to them and you just coming up stuff off the top of your head, right? Or you've been in a meeting talking to a client, you're like, yep, I got that for you. And you going back looking at your computer and so why the heck did I tell them that I can do that? I really can't do that. I just wanted the money. When you have a system in place, you know specifically what you can do, what is out your wheelhouse, and what you can partner with, right? So you got to make sure that you have your systems in place. This is for everybody that's in here. Decisive delegation. Most entrepreneurs are controlling. Anybody in here controlling? I want my hands in it. I want to touch it. And if I don't do it myself, it is not done right. I've hired people before to do something and they didn't do it right, and I had to go back and do it again. I was just wasting money. Is that y'all? So the myth about delegating is that you can't give it away to anybody because you don't want to do it right. That's a myth. If you train somebody, delegation is not giving it to somebody. Delegation is we're going to work together. We're going to understand what needs to be done. We're going to come up with a system of how it needs to be done, and we're going to check in with accountability. Because it's ultimately your business, and you have to oversee it, right? So when you're delegating, come up with your system, find the right person to do it, and then create a partnership and hold them accountable. Let me leave you with this thought-provoking quote. Your business is functioning exactly as it is designed to function. So that simply means that if you're not getting the results that you want from your business, it's because of you. It's not because of the man. It's not because, powers are against you. It's not because anything. It's not because you're not talented. It's not because you're not creative. You just don't have the right system, or you just don't have the right framework in order. So your framework is you have to build your business in order to accelerate the growth. Your business is not going to just grow. You have to build it. You have to have the right business strategy. You have to have unique branding. You have to have integrated marketing and sales. You have to have leverage systems, and you have to have decisive delegation. Thank you, ladies. I'm T. Renee Smith. I work with women entrepreneurs to help them accelerate the growth of their business. Thank you.